Good morning, friends. It's Christmas break, and I did not think I would be making a video this week, but American Greed went and did it. They went and released part 2 of their Murdaugh episodes. So I did a whole thing about part 1 down there. You know I'm just pointing at my desk, right? But you know, like, if you look in the other videos on the Murdaugh playlist, you will find what I said about part 2. Now, part 2, you found what I said about part 1. Part 2 is out, and I was listening to it this morning while I was in the swimming pool, and so I'm going to try and remember everything that they cover. The pool at the gym, not the pool at my house, because I don't got pool at my house money. Okay, couple things. So, you know that cutie Justin Bamberg, too cute for his own good, but still a delight. One of the things that he said about Alec getting shot in the head in the roadside murder case, he was just like, this is the country. When we shoot, we don't miss. Excellent point. I had forgot about my gun-toting friends down there in the low country. Hey, gun-toting friends down there in the low country. Right, y'all don't miss because you hunt and whatever. Hopefully not people, but apparently sometimes people because Paul and Maggie. Anyway, that notwithstanding, the other thing that I heard in this podcast that I had thought to myself but had not realized the state was saying, and that is that all that money that Alec was going through, they are speculating that he's a drug kingpin. Can you see it? I can see it. Like, if you've watched Ozark or shows like that, then you know he is exactly the type. Small town, backwoods, nobody would suspect him, prominent family, Kingpin. Didn't I tell you to go watch Kingpin? Start with season 1, episode 1. I know it's going to be a little dry and a little slow, and you're going to be like, why is this crazy woman wanting me to watch it? It picks up, I promise. By the end of the first, maybe it was the second episode, you'll be like, oh my gosh. The parallels are unbelievable. Here's another thing that they mentioned that I had not been aware of. That is that, okay, 2 things. Number 1, there is speculation that Stephen Smith was killed elsewhere and then brought to the site where he was found. Oh, that sheds a whole new light on it. In light of that, the other part that people were saying, apparently there are rumors that Buster did that killing. I always assumed that they were out tooling around doing whatever. And Paul played mailbox baseball. Do you know mailbox baseball? When you hang out of a car and you take a baseball bat and you swing at the mailboxes as you go down the street. And then, like, if you miss one, that's a strike. And if you hit one, etc. You know how baseball works. So I had just assumed they had kind of played mailbox baseball with poor Stephen's head. Apparently, no. There is speculation, not my opinion, this is just what they said in the podcast, that Buster might have killed Stephen Smith. I just assumed Paul, like alcoholic, wilding out, Timmy, the whole thing. I assumed it was Paul. What if it was Buster? Is this whole family full of murderers? Either dead people, criminals, murderers? It really begs the question, what is going on down there? Also, what is Christmas going to look like this year? Like, okay, so we know that obviously Alex is not going to be home for Christmas. Oh, Russell Lafitte's going to be over there in the double wide, but is it going to be a very Merry Christmas? When is his sentencing date? Do we know yet? Questions. Oh, and when they were playing the Jailhouse tapes, now Mandy and them got the Jailhouse tapes like a while back, and I thought I had heard all or most of them or all of the relevant parts. But here's something that American Greed dropped that I was also not aware of, and it is a conversation between Alec and Buster where Buster casually says, well, we know you committed crimes. And then he goes on talking. And I was like, damn, dude, really? You just calling your daddy out like that on a recorded line? But he was like, well, we know you committed crimes. And Alex says, allegedly. And then they both laugh. So it was commonly understood that he was a criminal. Like, I don't know. Somehow I thought they knew that daddy was rich and daddy just like got away with stuff and did whatever he wanted. Maybe everybody in the family just sort of, it's like an open secret. You know, like when your brother's having an affair and sometimes you see him at the Pizza Hut with the other woman and sometimes you see him at the Pizza Inn with his wife and you just like, oh, hey, wife. And you act like the whole Pizza Hut thing didn't happen. I think this is a Pizza Hut, Pizza Inn situation. Like maybe everybody knew and understood that he was a criminal. Allegedly, you can't sue me. I don't have an indoor pool. I drive a Corolla. Like, not rich, just nosy and full of opinions. It's so interesting. What did the Murdaugh family know? And when did they know it? And when Maggie and Paul got killed, were they like, well, yeah, that's what happens when you're a drug kingpin? Or were they like shocked and appalled like the rest of us? I don't know. There are so many questions. So many. Also, what is the Christmas menu for prison? Do we know that? Is there a way to find out? Like, do you get holly on your bologna sandwiches? Do they give you extra packets of mustard? Do you get actual mashed potatoes and like turkey and ham and whatever other Christmas food there is? Do you get Christmas cake? My cousins make birthday cake for Christmas because it's Jesus's birthday. That always seemed a little bit crazy to me, but I will eat birthday cake any day, anytime, for any reason. So maybe this year I'll make a birthday cake. Maybe red velvet. That is festive. I'm just sitting here talking to y'all and good and cooking ideas. You know, I also do cooking videos, right? This whole channel originally started with me like making yogurt and building things because that's what I really like to do. And then this whole murder thing jumped off and like, what are you going to do? A murder is a murder. And I have to talk about it. Obviously, I'm a teensy bit verbose. I have thoughts. One time my friend Melissa said, girl, you know you can have an unexpressed thought. And I thought, can I? And I said to her, can I? Are you sure? I'm not sure I can have an unexpressed thought. Okay, I probably need to have fewer thoughts right now because even though I'm on Christmas break, I do have other things to do. You have a Merry, Merry Christmas. If I don't talk to you before then, I probably won't. And a Happy New Year. I'm sure I'll have something to say long before New Year's. So if anything jumps off in this case, or if somebody else gets murdered, or we find out new information, or if I discover the Christmas menu at prison, I'll be back to let you know. Anyway, and Hanukkah has already started. Happy Hanukkah. Bye.